Is this finally the week that Pokemon releases a new trailer for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? And why is Pokemon teasing a new Eeveelution so hard? We got a lot to talk about, so let's dive in. Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka A-Drive, bringing you guys a brand new video today. And today we're gonna be taking a look at a ton of stuff regarding Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and why this week may just be the week for that second trailer that we've all been waiting for, hopefully giving us legendary cover art and much, much more. Be sure to hit that like button down below if you guys enjoy these types of videos, and make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out on the epic content, because again, this news is most likely gonna drop this week. I really feel like it's gonna be this week. I'll break down exactly why I feel that way in this video. We're gonna talk Eeveelutions, we're gonna talk about Pokedex that may have been uncovered a little bit. There's some really cool stuff brewing in the community. But one last time, I gotta tell you guys about the giveaway I'm doing at the end of the month. We've only got a few days left, so if you haven't downloaded the online shopping tool extension, check it out in the description. Here's a little promo telling you about it. You don't want to miss this crazy giveaway. If you haven't heard yet, I'm doing a massive giveaway. In fact, our biggest giveaway ever, and it takes you guys 10 seconds to enter. All you have to do is check the link in the description below, add the online shopping tool browser extension to your desktop browser, which is gonna save you money by finding you coupons and the best deals online when you're shopping. And you're gonna add $5 to our prize giveaway pool for the end of May, and I'm gonna do a massive giveaway at that time. We're already at over $7,600. So every single time one of you guys installs it to your desktop, we add $5 to the top of that. Maybe I'm giving away a car, but we'll definitely give away some Switches and much, much more. So make sure you guys install the browser for free right now. Check the link in the description below. It legit takes 2 seconds and you're gonna save money. It's a no-brainer. What are you waiting for? All right, so the first thing I wake up to is a tweet from Soul Silver, actually quote tweeting Junichi Masuda, who says, "Hello everyone, I had my haircut yesterday, but it's hot today too. Let's do our best this week too." And it seems that Mr. Masuda may have a little bit of a track record of that famous line at the end saying, "Let's do our best today / this week." So people did a little bit of investigating. They found some other instances of when BDSP dropped and he tweeted a similar phrasing. We may be looking way too much into things here. I'll be the first one to admit it. But it's very clear that Masuda does tease things on his Twitter, and we usually don't know what he's teasing until much later. But there's a lot of reasons to believe this is the week, right? Like, this is not just coming out of left field. We're not sitting here pretending like this is the week and then it's actually not. No, listen, there's a lot of reason to believe it. Going back to this original post from Soul Silver, we see that the second round of news dates for previous Pokemon games in 2006 was May 15th. May 15th for Black and White in 2010. Then Generation 6 was May 14th. Sun and Moon was May 10th in 2016. Sword and Shield was June 5th in 2019. And here we are waiting for Scarlet and Violet on the last few days of May. So today's a holiday in the United States. So by the way, thank you to all of our vets. But, you know, we weren't going to get anything today, but it's very likely that we get some sort of information later this week, whether it be generally what they would do is like an announcement tomorrow or Wednesday that there is a presents or direct on Thursday or Friday. That would be my best speculation. I think if it's not this week, it's got to be next week. There's a precedent here. Clearly, they generally have revealed the second, kind of set of news for the games, and they work on a specific marketing timeline. So I think it makes a lot of sense that we're going to get this news very soon. Samus Hunter, who is a Nintendo leak and insider, they claim to be anyway, and I think they've gotten some things right in the past. They made a few different posts, the first one being this GIF isn't game related, but something that I heard Nintendo is preparing for mid-June after the direct that everyone is waiting for. It's been a while since Nintendo showed commented gameplay on their channel, so there could be something big mid-June after the direct. So not only is there a direct, but potentially something after. If Nintendo drops a direct, that would probably be separate from a Pokemon presentation, by the way. So I expect a Pokemon Presents to actually be separate. And then, actually, as of today, Samus makes a tweet for the upcoming Pokemon Presents. What are you looking forward to the most? Interesting. Now, there's a few things here. This could just be, engaging with their audience, not really looking at anything. There's a 2-day timer on this. I don't know if that's something. Maybe we look towards Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like I said, somewhere in there. I think if it's Wednesday, they announce it tomorrow. Again, make sure you guys are locked into the channel here. But, new game announcement, updates on release games, SV box legendaries, SV region and mechanics. So indicating that if there was a Pokemon Presents, it wouldn't just be Scarlet and Violet, which makes sense. There's been a ton of stuff going on with Unite. Unite just dropped a brand new game mode today. Perfect opportunity to tell people who maybe stepped away from the game for a while. Masters has some big events going on. Pokemon Go just announced they're doing Ultra Beasts, and they're adding Megas, I think, to the Pokemon Go League. Bear with me, I don't play most of these games anymore, so it's hard for me to keep up, but I know that there's been a lot of stuff going on in the Pokemon franchise, so it presents for them to bring the big info for Scarlet and Violet, and that be the hook to bring everybody in, recapture everybody on those other games, tell everyone what's going on, and then drop something new. Detective Pikachu video game, maybe another mobile game. Obviously, the Pokemon franchise has been grooving, man. They've been doing so many different things. So expect something big. I really feel like it's this week, but if not this week, I think next week makes a lot of sense. From there, we're going to talk briefly about this. This actually goes back to a post that the Riddler had posted out. It was the Gen 9 Pokedex, and it was all scratched out. And if you remember, they actually did this for Legends Arceus, and we saw the full image of what the Pokedex was. But now they're kind of saying, oh, here's my teasers that are prepared, but I'm going to cross this out. Now, what's crazy about this is people were actually able to edit this in Photoshop. And by the way, I saw this post that if you're on your phone and you like scratch things out with the marker tool, people can use Photoshop to like essentially remove the marker. So don't do that if it's private information. But here's an example of this. This guy on Reddit posts this full breakdown here of the image, and you can see how they take the image and then they start zooming into it. And we actually can determine a lot of different potential Pokemon spots here. So again, take this with a grain of salt. This isn't confirmed, but if this is legitimate lined up with what Riddler had posted previously, we got some stuff here. Charizard being in there, Raichu, Sandslash or Dugtrio, Persian, because you can go based on the typings and then kind of order it based on the national dex, essentially. Berserker, Golduck, Arcanine, Primate, potentially. Tentacruel, Magnezone's line, Blissy's line, Jumpluff, potentially Quagsire's line, Girafarig. I don't even know what that Pokemon is. Is that an Amorous? I can't. Oh, Quillfish, rather. It's evolved form. Weavile, and then Sneasler, and then potentially Wailord or Skitty, you know, things like that. And there's even been even further kind of diving into this on social media, Twitter, trying to figure out some of the bottom row and things like that. So I find this to be a fascinating development. I'm gonna show it to you guys because I think it's relevant, but I think it's kind of tough. It's a very blurry image. Obviously, people have done a good job of kind of zooming in and making some pretty good assumptions and really educated guesses. So exciting stuff. We'll have to see how this develops. But one of the things about this post, it actually indicates that there's not sufficient space for Eevee to fit in. And that's what we're going to talk about next is Eevee. This says that it's not sufficient space for Eevee, but that could mean a lot of things, right? This is the Riddler's riddle. It could be put somewhere else on the image. It doesn't really matter, right? But if you haven't noticed, Pokemon themselves have been doing a lot of Eevee stuff lately, man. The whole YouTube channel across multiple languages is posting Eevee stuff. Eevee, Espeon, you know, here's an Umbreon video, you know, a Glaceon video, a Sylveon video, Flare. Like, this has been going on for weeks. The entire month has just been Eevee. And if you follow the anime, Chloe has an Eevee that hasn't evolved, and they've done this trip to meet up with other Eevees and how they've evolved. And I think most recently met up with Lana, whose Eevee didn't evolve. So that's another option if you don't want to evolve it. And everyone's like, what's Chloe's Eevee going to evolve into? Some people think it's Gigantamax, so it's just not going to evolve like Ash's Pikachu. Or maybe this thing is going to have a new evolution and they're going to tease it for the new game, and we'll find out in the next few days. Listen, every year we have these, I almost knocked my G Fuel over. Every year we have these talks about Eevees, new Eeveelutions. It happens every single generation. This is nothing new. The speculation is going wild. Give us more Eevees, Game Freak. Seriously, what are we doing? How do we not have more Eevees? Everyone wants an Eevee. You can't lose. You give a Dragon Eevee, you will sell 7% more copies just for that one Pokemon, man. I'm telling you. So we'll have to see what happens with the Eevee. Again, I don't know, man. New Pokemon and Unite, Espeon. I mean, they're doing a lot of Eevee stuff right now, so we'll have to see how it all breaks down. So hopefully this video got you hyped up and ready for the week, as I do believe we are getting news this week, but if not now, it's gonna be soon, man. I'm not messing with you guys. Like, the precedent is there. So thank you guys for watching this one. Like the video if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And of course, don't forget to enter our giveaway. It's just one day left, so I'll stop annoying you with it. I'm gonna give away a ton of stuff, guys. We have over $7,500 worth of stuff to give away. It's gonna be great. Switches and PlayStations and games and who knows what. I'm just gonna give away merch, all sorts of great stuff. It's gonna be awesome. So thank you guys for participating, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.